Revelation 22:2, it describes the tree of life in the New Jerusalem. I always thought the 12 fruits were fruits that we eat, and now I'm like, maybe not. I look deeper into the words. Let's look. In the midst of the street of it, and on either side of the river, was there the tree of life, which bare 12 manner of fruits, and yielded her fruits every month. And the leaves of the tree were for the healing of nations. But when you dig into the root origin of the words that are used, and God is very specific, because the tree of life in Greek and the tree of life in Hebrew, completely different root origin and meanings, all right? So tree, the root origin is vessel. Interesting. Life, being soul. Now fruit, yeah. The word fruit there is the same word that's used throughout the New Testament where it refers to the fruit of the Spirit, things like that. The root origin word is harpazo. Oh, and I know you know what that means. To be plucked, to be snatched away, okay? Leaves, the root origin is kindred, tribe, offshoot, or clan. Doesn't sound like actual leaves to me. The word healing, the root origin is cure, heal, worship. We'll get to that. The root origin of nations is like race, Gentile, tribe, non-Jewish though, heathen, pagan, or people. Now, past Revelation 22:2, you're going to find the word curse because the curse is going to be lifted. The word root origin, excommunicated or banned. So I actually think that where it refers to the tree of life, the vessel, I was thinking either that's maybe Jesus, so I'm looking it up on Yahoo to see if I'm right. Okay. It says Jesus is often referred to as a vessel in a metaphorical sense. He embodies the ultimate instrument through which God's will is fulfilled. And Jesus serves as a vessel of grace, truth, and salvation, reflecting God's glory and purpose in the world. Believers are also described as vessels, called to carry forth his message and love. So if the fruit is the bride, the ones that are raptured, okay, the body of Christ, the church, then I believe that the leaves are a representation of Israel. And the vessel holds all of us. So whether the vessel is Jesus or all of us in culmination, I don't know, but work with me. So that would mean that the leaves, Israel, their job during the millennial reign would be to heal the nations. Remember the word healing? I go to Yahoo and I search it in. Let's see if I'm right. Now it says, yes, God is believed to use Israel to heal the nations during the millennial kingdom. And if you go read Ezekiel 36 and 37 and keep in mind what I'm saying about the tree of life and what it actually represents, but you'll see it says, this aligns with the vision of a restored Israel that leads the nations in worship and righteousness. What did that word healing mean? Worship. So go read Ezekiel 36 and 37. Keep that in mind and it'll really blow your mind. And then tie Isaiah 2:3, and it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of the Lord's house. So I'm thinking last days is actually talking about the millennial reign and the Lord's house being the New Jerusalem. Always wondered where I was going to plop it, just like bring it down on earth. I actually think that there's two parts to the New Jerusalem. Some people speculate that it's going to hover over the earth and then later be taken to the new heaven and the new earth. So now I think he's going to plop it on top of the mountain. Jesus is going to reign from there with us in, the restored or newly revised or brand new Garden of Eden, which that tree may or may not be the actual tree that God planted. Because like I said, is it a tree or is it metaphorical? Anyways. And it says, shall be established in the top of the mountain and shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow unto it. So is that Israel's job? Is Israel going to bring the healing of the nations, being the leaves of that tree? That's deep.